Hello, my friends. I know that once again I was missing. I decided to take a vacation and a break from all of social media. My podcast, my television show, I needed a break. But tonight I am back and I have a special guest to share with you. I know I introduce every show and tell you they're special because I believe that everyone is special. Even those people that the world call evil, I believe they have good in them. However, I like to use my platform to help people like my guest tonight. His name is Paul Borgese, and he has suffered some medical problems or mishaps that have left him not 100% the way he was. And he can tell us about that later. As a result, he suffered tremendous depression and wanted to end his life. But tonight, he's here with me and he writes books and he makes music for children's books. Amongst many other things, he has mentioned to me that he is doing and different projects he's working on because his goal is to relieve suffering. And I get that. The people who have experienced the most pain are usually the people who are sensitive to other people's suffering. And so at this point, I'd like to welcome Paul to my show. Paul, welcome to Conversations with Jennylyn.
Jennylyn, I want to thank you. You give me 1 second. I want to thank you because you are the first person that reached out to me. And so this is a special interview. It will always be special. I might never do another interview again. As you can see, my voice is a little impeded. A doctor told me I will always have a retarded voice, but that is not true, obviously. About 14 months ago, I could not utter a word. Now I'm on the way to singing again. My voice is not as good as it usually is because I have been talking a lot. The lights are going up. I'm sorry, because there is a motion detector. So I'll probably have to do jumping jacks throughout the show.
So, Paul, would you like to share what happened that caused this to happen to your voice?
Well, it's a long story, but as you termed it, well, I see it was a medical accident. It was not anything that I did wrong, but there are lawsuits in progress. Let's just say that.
Okay. I'm sure at the end of them, if you want to, we can share the story then.
Lynn will have to probably share the story a year hence if things go well. Otherwise, if things that go well, I will still be trying to reduce suffering. Where did I get that term? A gentleman by the name of Jordan Peterson. Jordan Peterson is a Canadian psychologist. He does a lot. What he does, I have to move around a little bit. What he does, he has an incredible new program called the Jordan Peterson University. It is ridiculously priced. Ridiculous at $120,000 a year? No, $400 or so. The reason I bring this up is because someday I long to have my own university, Borgese University, not because I am so smart, but because I have run into the wisest people, and you know there is a difference between smart and wise. I have met both. My father, Sal Borgese, once told me when I was complaining about a bad voice, a bad boss, that you can learn even more from bad bosses, bad people. You can learn what to do is right. Truth.
So, Paul, you said you were very depressed and you wanted to end your life. Was this as a result of the surgery that's left your voice as it is now? Is that the reason why you wanted to end your life?
No, first of all, it was not a surgery. It was, but there were multiple circumstances that came together like the most perfect storm ever. But as I say, people are storms, and I will become, I am the storm. I will come together and be a storm in progress. There's never such a thing as a perfect anything. It is always you in progress.
So, the lighting that keeps going off, so it's very disruptive with the footage because you go out and we just see black, but it's okay. We'll make the best of it. The goal is for you to share your story. My hope is everyone
Yes,
has
and
a
then
story.
Jenny Lynn, Jenny Lynn, I'm reading a book now about samurai, the Japanese warriors. It is fascinating. Of course, I just started, and so I'm not an expert. But what they were trained to service the nobility in ancient Japan. They were trained in military strategy and tactics, but they were also literally well read. I say this because I'm sitting at a Brazilian Jiu Jitsu gym and I have a new instructor. I would like to get him. I want him to be known to the world. And so I will walk outside and get him. Is that okay?
Okay, Paul, let's do this quickly, okay? Please.
Okay. Let me see. Hector? Is Hector around? He just left, yeah. Oh. Teaching class as parts of teach right now. I know. Right, so I'm waiting for you guys outside. I must speak very softly because of the class.
Okay, no worries. So, everyone watching this show, I want you to know he's in a gym. He's in a Brazilian gym that has really helped him. And he wanted his instructor, Hector, to be on the camera to talk to us. But apparently, Hector has left, right, Paul?
Hector has left. We
Okay.
will interview him if we get a chance another time.
Okay, all right.
But this is why I bring him up. I was just talking about the samurai. The samurai were warrior poets. I want to be a warrior poet.
Okay. So, Paul,
Yes, I was at the mainline Brazilian Jiu Jitsu, which is in Ardmore, PA, about a half an hour outside of Philadelphia. And now I'm in the Planet Fitness, which is a great gym. You might recognize it because this is branded purple and yellow.
okay. So, Paul, you write songs for children books. Do you still do this, or is this what you did prior to your surgery that has affected apparently your vocal cords?
All of the above. I say when people ask me what I do, I say simply, I'm a writer. I write movies, I write music, I write books, I write poems, I write notes, I write emails, texts. I prefer that because, as you can tell, my voice is like the voice I used when we recorded a song called I'm Alive Frankenstein song. If you look on YouTube, Strawberry Traffic Jam, I'm Alive, Frankenstein song, you'll see the most popular song we've ever written. We got millions of views, but on YouTube, you will only see about 150,000 views.
So you write. How many books have you written?
I've written both children's book and business books. I've written 32 books, but they are not all for sale, mainly because the majority of them are being updated to include in a series called With AI, meaning I took my business books. I will show you my business, one of my business books. It's called Serialpreneurship. I don't know if you can see it, serialpreneurship. This, can you see it? I'm not sure.
Yes, yes, I can see it. I can see
Uh,
it. And
And you,
is this book in bookstores?
it's not currently in bookstores anymore because we have pulled it. Because I will be writing it again, serialpreneurship for with AI and advanced social media. All my books from now on will be for the AI era, because as you know, artificial intelligence has changed the game. Forget about what the internet did to the world. The artificial intelligence and quantum computing next will be the things that change the world.
So you have written over 30 books and now you're pulling some of them because you're converting them to accommodate AI. And you've also written music that are used in children's books. How many songs have you written and how many of them have been used?
Well, it is a multiple answered question. I have written, if you go on www.stjvideos.com, the STJ stands for our band's name, Strawberry Traffic Jam. If you go to www.stj, I like to capitalize them, but it's not necessary. stjvideos.com, you will see our YouTube page. Now, that page will change drastically. It has 111 songs, fully animated by my team in Poland. I have to thank my partner, Claudia. Claudia introduced me to this amazing team of illustrators and animators that get paid pennies. I tip them out every so often because they do such an incredible job. I will never, ever name them because they're mine. I will make them billionaires. They eventually will do no one's work but me. I want them available to me 24/7 as they are now.
Okay, so Paul, you're clearly very talented. And I could imagine how difficult it is for you now because you've practically lost your voice. And it's a little bit difficult if you're not paying attention to hear what you're saying. So I understand why you prefer to write. It makes a lot of sense. And the fact that you write music. I know that you wanted to end your life, and I know that you were severely depressed. And I take my hat off to you because you didn't. And you're sitting on my show now, sharing all the wonderful things you are doing. And the reason you're on my show is because, just like you, I want to end the suffering in the world. There is too much. And although I am aware that I can't, I believe that if everyone who can, and I think everybody can, by doing little things collectively will make a difference. It's like if
Jennylyn, I have to interrupt you for many things. But one question I have. You said something so silly, I can't believe it. You said the word see. You said can't. You, you think you can't change the world? Is that true?
I believe since I was a child, I've been trying to change the world. And I think I've made some difference, but I still see the things I want to change happening. I still see people hungry. I still see people homeless. I still see people suffering. So although I try so hard, and my some people live for money. Some people will do anything for money. I, on the other hand, live to make the world better. Live to make other people, I don't even have to know them, have a better life, have the basics to survive in this life. So, you and I, Paul, we have a lot in common. Although I don't have all of your fantastic gifts. I'm writing a book. And I have to admit, I'm not even halfway. And it's not because I'm lazy, it's because I have so much going on that it's very slow in coming. But I believe it will be completed at the appointed time. So I must ask you, Paul, why do you disagree with me? Because you clearly do, that I can change the world.
Jenny, let me answer your question, as they say in a cliche, with another question. What is your book about?
I had a very unusual experience. It's spiritual. Some very evil people were manipulating dark energies and doing things to hurt me, and I wasn't aware it was possible. So, for over 20 years, these people had power over my life. They didn't have power over my life, they never did, but they affected my life in ways I couldn't understand, and most people around me couldn't. So I collected the evidence and documented everything that happened. And so my book is going into detail about what was done and publishing the evidence for those people who may be encountering similar type experiences. Because as I'm aware, the world has a very, very dark side to it. And those dark people target people like you and I.
Well, I must disagree with you now. I have only recently been targeted, but I must say that since 14 months ago, there was not one person, not one, not a waiter, not a business partner, not a friend. There have been only 2 or 3 people who have mistreated me. Everyone else has treated me like platinum. I say platinum because platinum is worth more than gold. I have been blessed. I used to think I was the luckiest person in the world. Now I think I'm the luckiest and most blessed people because I had certain people in my life. I had my roommate Zuhair. I had my next door neighbor, as who is now a psychiatrist, Eric. I have my friend who literally saved my life, named Ruth, Ruth. She saved my life. Literally, I want to say it literally.
Okay,
They saved my life. They saved it.
I am
If you think, if one thing more, if you think I'm crazy, if you think I'm a megalomaniac, then you are not my audience. I have an audience of one now. That is all I have. An audience of one or two who I care about what they think. Beyond that, I don't care. People try to threaten me physically. They try to threaten me with financial hardship. They have no clue. They think I care. I say what my friend Pete Newman used to say. I think you're confusing me with someone else because I don't care.
Well, Paul, I am so thrilled that you've had so much support. And I'm not saying I haven't. I've had some very special people in my life. But you asked me a question. You asked me what my book was about. And that's why I mentioned evil people, because there are also lots of evil people. And apparently, a lot of them targeted me from a very young age. I think it's because they know what my mission was before I realized what it was. And so, my book is about that experience. But I will also mention all the wonderful people that held my hand and woke me up to the power that I am, that helped me to overcome it. And it's a thing of the past because nothing dark will ever have power over me. So that is the answer to your question about my book. But since I was 15 years old, I have been told by people, you need to write a book because I've had such a unique life. But this interview is not about me. It's about you, Paul. So even
No,
said
you are
about
wrong. You are wrong.
no,
It is always it is it
I
is always about us. US. We live in a great country, the United States, US. This is about us. I would never ever do an interview about me because it is not about me. You think you said I was special. I will quote Tyler Durden in French Club. You are not special. You are not a unique snowflake. We are not unique. We are one. We are unique only when we are one.
we are one, but we are all unique in little ways. We're not the same. All of us are different. We all
I
have
agree.
different.
I was being dramatic a little, but only a little.
Okay, because we all have unique journeys and we need to figure out what those are and live them to our best. But my goal, and it sounds like your goal, are in alignment because we want suffering to end and we want to live peacefully on this planet with our brothers and sisters. And so, Paul, I am so grateful to you for being so brave and sharing your raw emotions with us. And as always, I say on every segment, everyone that I interview, and not because I haven't interviewed you doesn't mean you're not special, but all the people that I've interviewed, I think are very special. And the reason I spend their time on this show with me is with the intention that what they're sharing will inspire and encourage someone who needs that encouragement and will draw it from the strength of the person sitting across from me on the camera. And so, Paul, we are almost out of time. And before we go, I would like to know what I haven't asked you that you want to leave with people watching this.
I want people to know that I am in the process of creating a foundation with a good friend of mine's help. A friend of mine who I am blackmailing now. His name is Bobby. He once was the head of for a position of UNICEF. If you are aware of UNICEF, he is brilliant. He is quite frankly the first or second funniest person in the world. So funny that one time we were walking at Columbia University and he said something that I wish I would pay money to recall what he said. He made me fall down on the ground and people gathered. They wanted to call the police. I was laughing so hard because number one or number two after God or laughter is fun. I want the world to be fun.
Okay, well, Paul, thank you so much for taking the time tonight to share all of your, courage, your success, your books, and your songs. And keep going. Keep going. Apparently, you're making a huge difference in the world.
No, only like Steve Jobs said, my only goal is to make a dent in the universe. And to together we will make more than a dent. We will make magic happen because I tell this to no one because they will think I'm a megalomaniac. But Strawberry Traffic Jam, Blueberry Traffic Jam, my band RunawayPickup.com, other bands by Patty, by Andy, by Wayne, and by other famous musicians. Music moves us. Music, math, reading. That is what you must do. We will move the world. We will first conquer it. We will conquer it and then we will save it. We will save it along the way.
And thank you so much. If you're watching this segment, I am sure that you're inspired by Paul's passion, his drive, his determination, and clearly he is making a difference. And hopefully one day soon he will come back to share something else with us. Another one of his accomplishments. Thank you, Paul, and you stay safe. Bye bye. The segment tonight, I wanted to introduce a very good friend. Her name is Vicky. She is offering bookkeeping services. She is a reliable, dependable, hardworking person that I would recommend 100%. If you are looking for a bookkeeper, you can contact her at VIX, capital VIX, capital D, digital, capital B, bookkeeping. So VIX digital bookkeeping at gmail.com. And I thank you so much for continuing to watch the segments I produce, and hopefully you're gaining inspiration from all of it. And I will be back soon with another inspiring person. Thank you.